sold his wife. Aye.
Casterbridge is so gloomy. I've decided to go away.
You look tired.
Just for a few days. To the seaside.
Perhaps the change will do you good.
Yes. Yes, I must get away.
Of course.
Treacherous weather. More like living in Revelations than in England. If I had only waited.
Waited for what, Father?
The weather. It's not such a good harvest after all. But I've had to sell off all the grain that I bought at such a loss that...
I'm sorry to hear that.
And have you heard anything else?
About what, Father?
Never mind.
Won't you sit down and have some tea?
Is she not back?
Oh. I think she needed a holiday. She's not very strong.
No. More like the book of Job.
What?
Let the day perish wherein I was born.
Shall I ring for some tea, Father?
Tea? No, thank you. No tea.
She is expected back tomorrow, Father. I thought I'd come and meet you.
Thank you, but I'm quite safe, you know.
My father called again.
You told him I was back?
Yes, and that you'd gone for a walk along the Turnpike Road.
How did he seem to you?
Restless, impatient and...
Angry?
No, more gloomy and very low spirits.
Oh, look! What should we do?
Keep facing it.
No, I daren't. No!
His day was waxen weary. Who walked him
Here, right, quiet. You can't keep your windows down. Tie him up now. Steady now. We're safe now. Let's get outside. You ride this way. Yes, off you go now. Lucetta, can you walk? Hey, steady. No, it's all right. He's taken. It's all right. Let's get outside.
I feel quite...
Yes, well, that's all right. You keep along. Where you support you. All right? Breathe deep. Breathe. Breathe some air. Stop. Breathe some air.
You saved us.
Well, you're safe now. You're safe.
You were so very brave.
Oh, 'tis only a poor dumb beast.
Oh, but it would have killed us.
First, the only thing to do.
Thank God you came along.
It was not entirely an accident, Lucetta. I was looking for you.
Oh, my mouth. Oh, I'll run back and get it for you. Thank you.
Come with you. You all right now?
Yes, I will be.
Oh, lean on me. Lean on me.
Thank you.
Let's walk up there. Breathe steady.
Why, Miss Henchard, what brings you out here?
Mr. Farfrae, if you only knew what had happened.
You look upset. Tell me.
Miss Templeman and I were chased by a bull.
But Miss Templeman, where is she?
Oh, calm yourself, Mr. Farfrae. My father saved us. I came back to collect this. He's taken her home.
She's gone with Mr. Henchard, you say?
Yes, he's taken care of her.
Are you sure she can get home?
Yes, she's quite safe.
Forgive me. You two must be very distressed. Let me help. Your stepfather saved her, you say?
Yes, entirely.
I've been wanting to talk to you these 2-3 days. But you've been away and I couldn't.
Yes, I needed to go.
Can you talk now? I very much want to talk.
I don't feel...
Dear Lucetta, I'm anxious. I'm very anxious to see you and talk to you.
I don't want to.
I've been thinking about the way I got your promise to marry me that night.
Yes.
Well, you said to me, you said, if I were a man, I would not insist. And that cut me deep, Lucetta, right here. I felt there was some truth in it. Now, I don't want to make you wretched, I don't. And I can see that for you to marry me now would do that as nothing else could. That's very plain. So, I agreed to an indefinite engagement. To put off all thought of marriage for a year or two. Lucetta.
But can I do nothing of a different kind? Oh, I'm full of gratitude to you. You saved my life.
Oh, that doesn't enter into it.
Oh, but your love for me is like coals of fire on my head.
I see.
But I have money now. Surely I can do something in return for your goodness. Or something practical.
Well, Well, there is one thing that you might do, but it's, well, not exactly that kind, Lucetta.
What is it?
I must tell you a secret to ask it. You may have heard I've been unlucky this year. I did what I have never done before. I speculated on the harvest weather, and I lost. I lost a lot. In fact, to tell you a secret, mind, I've been near nigh bankrupt unless I...
And you want me to advance you some money?
No, I'm not the man to sponge on a woman.
But if you're in such
No,
difficulties...
Lucetta, no. What you can do... What you can do is this, and it would save me. My biggest creditor by far is Mr. Grower, and it's at his hands that I shall suffer if at anybody's.
Who?
Grower, you see, now, if he'll hold off for a while, even just a fortnight, I can pull through, and, well, now, there's one way in which he can be made to wait. That is, if you were to tell him that you are my intended Lucetta, and that we are to be quietly married in the next fortnight.
Michael, listen.
Well, no, stop now. You haven't had it all. You let him have the story, see? Without any prejudice, of course, to the fact that the actual engagement is to be a long one. Nobody else need know. You could, yes, listen, now, you could go with me to Mr. Grower, and you could let me speak to E in front of him as if we were on such terms. We'd ask him to keep it a secret, and, well, this way he'll wait. He'll willingly wait for his money, and at the end of a fortnight, you see, well, I can face him then, and then I'll tell him that the wedding's been postponed. And not a soul in the town need know that you helped me, eh? What do you say, Lucetta?
Michael, if it were anything else...
Oh, but it's such a little thing. I mean, it's less than you've offered already. It doesn't touch your money.
No, it's not because I won't. It's because I absolutely can't.
Why?
I cannot.
Oh, but listen now. Just give me one reason, eh?
Because he was a witness.
A witness? Witness of what?
If I must tell you, don't shout.
Well, now, let's hear what you mean.
Mr. Grower was witness to my marriage. Yes, with Mr. Farfrae. Michael, I'm already his wife. We were married the day before yesterday in Port Brady. Well, Mr. Grower was witness because he happened to be there at the time.
Married? My God, you married him when you were promised to marry me!
Don't be so cruel. I loved him. I loved him so much, and I thought you'd tell him of the past. And then that woman in the court saying how you sold your first wife to fare like a horse or cow. I never did really know how you two came to be separated, but that... How could I keep my promise after hearing that?
That's not the real reason.
I knew I should lose Donald if I did not secure him at once.
Oh, no, we haven't.
It's because I knew you'd carry out your threat of telling him of our former...
Intimacy.
acquaintance. And you would, as long as there was a chance of keeping me for yourself by doing so.
Would I?
But you won't tell him about us now, will you, Michael? It's too late to separate us.
Where is he now, then, eh? Hiding?
No, he was kept another day in Port Brady on business.
Oh, like a Scotchman.
That's why I was walking. He's coming along that road.
In time to save you from the bullet.
Oh, he will always be grateful to you for
Oh,
that.
I'm very much obliged to him, you false woman, you promised me!
Yes, but it was under compulsion, and I didn't know all about your past.
My past, my past!
Oh, please, Michael, try to understand.
And what about your past, eh, now? One word to this brand new husband of yours about you've courted me in Jersey and your precious happiness will be blown to bits, will it?
Michael, be generous. Generous and pity.
You don't deserve pity!
I'll help you pay off your debt.
Henchard and Farfrae's wife. Oh, not me. Not this man.
set. Oh, the set. I've heard all about it. Thank heaven you're safe.
Here is your muff, Miss Templeman. It's not a bit spoiled. I'm starting to tremble now that we're safe.
Yes, of course.
Aye, it must have been a terrible ordeal.
I shan't need you for a while, my dear. Why don't you go and lie down?
He was very brave. Thank God he came along.
It's left me very shaken.
Of course it has. Come, sit down. And stop trembling, wee one.
Have you... are your things packed?
They soon will be.
What have you here, Donald?
I'll be here tomorrow. Everything will be shifted by the middle of the morning.
There's still one thing I've not done. I haven't broken the news of our marriage to Elizabeth Jane.
Oh. Have you not?
You didn't tell her.
No. We were talking about the bull and, well, I thought she might have known and was too shy to mention it.
Who was too shy?
She must have thought it very strange when I stopped off at the church.
The church? Why?
Wait and see.
Oh, I hate secrets.
Oh, now.
You will always listen to me first, won't you? I mean, in any... if you hear any tales about...
Come on.
Donald?
There.
Is it for us? For our marriage?
Aye. For us.
Oh, my love.
Will Elizabeth Jane still be living here when I come?
I'll tell her tonight about our marriage. And listen to the bells.
Done for.
Oh, yes, the story of your friend and the two lovers, the old and the new. How she wanted to marry the second, but felt she ought to marry the first.
And you know then who?
My father and
And?
Mr. Farfrae.
You won't breathe a word of that story, will you?
Certainly not if you say not.
Then you understand how I was absolved from all vows by the return of your mother.
Have you not renewed your promise?
Wrung from me by a threat.
Well, it was, but my father...
Turns out to be a man I should be afraid to marry. Really afraid. And it was not until after that forced promise that I knew it.
Then there is only one course left to you in honesty.
Which is?
You must remain a single woman.
Oh, think again.
I say it is my father or nobody, Miss Templeman.
How can you say that?
Well, it is true he is stern
And
sometimes.
how he treated you and your poor mother.
He did treat my mother badly once when he was intoxicated. But he tried to put it to right. No. Oh, you can rule him entirely, Miss Templeman, with your wealth and your accomplishments. You're the woman he'll adore.
I was so desperate, so afraid of being forced to anything else, that I resolved to do it come what may. I'll have a week of happiness at any cost.
You have married Mr. Farfrae.
Yes. He will be coming here to live tomorrow. We shall stay until we find a more suitable house for him.
Oh, aren't you happy for me, Elizabeth Jane? Oh, I told him that I want you to stay with me just as before. I'm sure we shall all three be happy together, please.
You've been very kind to me, Miss Temple. When I was low as low could feel.
What do you mean?
When my mother died, my father arranged a small allowance for me. It's not much, but it is enough.
Enough for what?
I shall look for lodgings tonight, Miss Temple. I am very, very grateful to you. I cannot stay. I cannot.
Is that what you want?
I must not stay.
Oh, my dear.
Which concludes this hearing in the bankruptcy of Michael Henchard, formerly hay and corn merchant of this town, Casterbridge. And unless there are any other matters which are...
Beg your pardon.
Mr. Henchard.
Gentlemen. Over and above the assets that we've been talking about and which are laid down in the balance sheet, sale of the business, the house, such. Well. There's this too.
Mr. Henchard.
It belongs to you. As much as anything else I got. And I don't wish to keep it from you, not I. There now. There now, you all I got in the world. And I wish, for your sakes, it was more.
No, Henchard, we don't want that. No, not the watch. 'Tis honourable in here, but keep it. Keep it. What do you say, neighbours? Do you agree? Aye.
Thank you. But there's the watch, sir. 'Tis a gold watch. Sell it off and... I've been walking round Casterbridge these last few weeks with my eyes cast down, gentlemen. I've seen more leggings than faces. But, this is the end of it. I come to this town as a journeyman trusser with nothing but a wimble and knife in my basket, nothing else to speak of. But so be it. That's what I be again. Now you got everything I own, and I've tried not to keep back one jot nor one tittle of it.
Well, though the case is a desperate one, I'm bound to admit that in my experience as a commissioner in bankruptcy, I've never met a debtor who behaved more fairly. I proved the balance sheet to be as honestly made out as it could possibly be. We've had no trouble. No. There have been no evasions, no concealments. The rashness of the dealing which led to this unhappy situation is obvious enough. But as far as I can see, every attempt has been made to avoid wronging anybody.
Quite right. Quite right.
Thank you.
Which concludes these proceedings. Mr. Henchard, unless there are any remaining questions you'd like to put to the commissioners.
Well, there is something.
Please.
About my business.
Your former business, Henchard.
Aye. A slip of the tongue. But for sentiment's sake, if you understand me, I would like to know by whom it has been bought.
Strictly speaking, the property in question is no longer any concern of yours whatsoever.
I know that.
But you'll know it soon enough, I dare say. The business now belongs to Mr. Donald Farfrae.
And the house? Richard.
Also to Mr. Farfrae.
Thank you. And can you tell me now?
Now, Mr. Henchard, that is enough.
Can you tell me if he's likely to buy my body and soul as well?
There's no saying he won't, if you're willing to sell.
Go away. Go away. I don't like to see.
But you're not well, Father.
There's only a chill.
Damp.
Not good enough for you, eh?
Oh, well, it's so dirty and messy, it isn't.
Lady Jane.
No, Father. Not anymore.
You still it?
I live on my own now. I've done so for some time.
How do you live?
Needle and thread.
Why have you come, eh?
Why wouldn't you let me come and see you, Father?
Look about.
I am your daughter. Why do you look at me like that? I heard you were ill, so I thought I'd come when you could not prevent it. Got some blackcurrant jelly for your cold. I'm going to sweep this place out and wash some of your things. Oh, why have you come to this place to jobs?
'Tis only a staging post. I should be going to America. Anywhere.
Rather.
Perhaps.
Stupid job.
Because Mr. Jupp, the one person in Casterbridge whose thoughts and opinions I don't care about, one Jupp.
I'm no friend of yours, Father. I don't like to think of you living here like this.
Don't think of me. Don't think of me at all.
You'll let me come and see you sometime, though, won't you, Father?
I can't stop you.
I will come. Go down now and find a broom and sweep this place out.
Not your Elizabeth Jane.
Mr. Henchard! Mr. Henchard! I wanted to have a word with you. I wanted to ask you...
It's turn and turn about then, isn't it? Hey?
What?
Well, you came to me without a chattel to your name, when I was the master of the house in Corn Street. Now I stand without a stick or a rag, and the master of that house is you.
Aye, that is so. 'Tis the way of the world.
Hey, up and down, eh? Up and down. Well, what's the odds, eh? I'm used to it all the same.
Aye, it's a merry-go-round.
Aye. Aye.
I wanted to ask you if you want to come and live in your old house.
You what?
We can spare some rooms very well. I'm sure my wife would not mind at all, and till there's some opening in business for you.
We should quarrel.
You should have your own room. Nobody to interfere with you. Oh, it would be a great deal healthier than down there.
You don't know what you ask.
Well,
But I can do no less than thank you.
by the by, I bought a good deal of your furniture.
So I have.
Well, it was not that I wanted it so very much for myself, but I wish you to pick out what you care to have, such things as are endeared to you by associations and such, and have them.
Give it to me.
Well, it would not be depriving me. We could do with less very well, and there'll be plenty of opportunities of getting more.
Give it to me for nothing. You paid the creditors good money for that.
Aye. But maybe it's worth more to you than it is to me.
Sometimes I think well, I'll not have it. I'll not have it. But I thank you. Still not so strong in the arm, eh?
Are you sure you won't take it?
No.
The furniture?
No, but I thank you.
Then there's nothing I can do for you.
I'm not finished, you know.
No.
I'd like to start out here again as I did once before,
Yes.
as a journeyman A-trusser.
Yes. But are you saying...
Aye. I'd like you to take me on.
In the yard, where you were master?
Aye.
Oh, but surely...
Honest work is nothing to be ashamed of.
No, no.
Besides, I can do nothing else, man. It's the only way I got to keep body and soul together.
Well,
Will you not do that for me?
Ah, yes, of course. If you don't think... Yes, come when you like.
No favours, mind, eh? None at all.
No, business is business.
'Tis agreed, that is.
'Tis agreed. Good day, Mr. Henchard.
Good day, Mr. Farfrae.
Carl.
Steady up, Abel. Hey, Farfrae's around, mate. Let's get on with it. It was busy, don't it?
Aye.
Afternoon, Mr. Farfrae.
Hello, Mr. Farfrae. Only a dozen days, eh?
Why'd you say that? Only a dozen days.
In 12 days' time, I shall be released from my oath.
What oath?
Gospel oath to drink no spirituous liquid. 12 days. It'll be 21 years since I swore it.
As long as that.
Then I mean to enjoy myself. Please, God.
By God. That's the way.
Long drought's over, eh, Henchard?
And not by a long choke. So I'll have the same again if you please.
Aye, a moment.
What all this for, eh? Alibaba and the 40 thieves. Eh?
Church choir, the musicians. They always come in here after evening service. And they always have just a 1.5 pint. No more, no less. Week in, week out.
Well, that won't do for me. I waited more than a week, eh? Sorry there's a up the Lord, eh? Thank you.
Evening, gentlemen. It's all ready for you. Come and get it. You'll be needing this, I reckon. You had a good service this evening? You seeing the right notes? There you are. Take that one to George. No. That's it, then. Well this evening?
How be you, Mr. Henchard? Quite a stranger in the Three Mariners.
True, but this brew's been worth the waiting. I've been a bit down in spirit, but this will make any man feel better, eh?
Aye, it will now.
Evening, Mr. Henchard.
Evening. How do all? How do? Ha! Hey, got your instruments there, have you?
Aye.
How about a bit of a tune, eh? Get me up my minor key, I can tell her.
A tune?
Please?
With all my heart, Mr. Henchard. Why not? Sound a neighbours and give them on the string.
Hey, I don't give a cuss what words be. Hymns, ballets, ranty pole, rubbish, rogues march, or cherubims warble. Let's have a good bit of harmony here, and let's have it well put out, hey!
Well, hey, we can do that right now.
Not a man amongst us as haven't been in the church gathering less than 20 years.
I know that. I've heard you. Very fine it is, too. Yeah, I want a bit of a tune. Come on, hey.
As this Sunday, neighbours, suppose we raise fourth psalm.
Aye, right you are.
The Samuel Wakely's tune is improved by me.
And Samuel Wakely's tune is improved by thee. Chuckers, one of your salters over there. Yeah, old Wilshire. The only tune worth singing, eh? It's got the right ebb and flow for aye. Ebb and flow. Aye. Here. Wait, I find the words for you now.
There's nothing wrong with Samuel Wakely's tune, but old Wiltshire's a good un too.
They got in mind, either do.
I found it for you. Here we are now. Psalm 109, a tune of old Wiltshire. Verses 10 or 15. I give the words now.
No, I know that psalm.
It's siege, shall orphans be. His wife, a widow, plunged in grief. His vagrant children beg their bread where none can give relief. His ill-got riches shall be made to usurer as a prey. The fruit of all his toil shall be by strangers borne away. None shall be found that to his wants their mercy will extend, or to his helpless orphan seed the least assistance lend. A swift destruction soon shall seize on his unhappy race, and the next age his hated name shall utterly deface.
Margaret wasn't made for singing that song.
What do you mean? Of course it was.
Whatever King David were thinking about, when he made a psalm nobody could sing without disgracing himself, I can't fathom. Now then, fourth psalm.
No!
Fourth psalm to Samuel Wakely's tune.
Oh, damn your sauce!
Mr.
So I
Henchard!
say! No! Psalm 109, the tune of all Wiltshire. That's
Now
what it's
see
going to
to
be,
me.
eh? Hey! No! Not one single one of the droning crew of you go down that door until this psalm be sung. No! Hey, now don't you blame me, David. He knew what he was about when he wrote that.
Right.
Oh, no!
Let's get it done and out of here.
Up now! Louder, louder! Come on! Voices up now! I'm on the full strength! Come on! Come on! Thanky. I wouldn't mind keeping you all at my own expense to have you sing for me whenever I want.
If you can afford it.
There was a time when I could. Be damned.
Language.
That is, if it weren't for him you just been singing about. Mr. Donald Farfrae, that is.
If I'd known 'twas meant for a living man, nothing would maybe play a breath of that psalm, so help me.
Ha! My boys, but you've sung it! And as for him, eh? Farfrae! I could break him up! Just like that! But I don't. What are you doing here, eh?
I've come to bring you home.
Home! This'll do for my home.
Please don't. No more drink.
I'm a man of my word, and I kept my oath for 21 years. Now I can drink what I like with a good conscience.
But you're not used to it.
You just wait till I'm roused.
Mother.
Hey, take everything from me. My house, my business, my furniture, and my what you may call wife. Everything!
Father, people are listening.
Oh, let them!
Think of my poor mother.
Hey, what?
Let me take you to your home.
Job's home. Job's home. I'll do for him. By heaven's girl. If I get the chance, I won't answer for what I'll do to him.
Have you seen my husband?
Well, last I saw him, Mr. Farfrae was in the barn over there, missus.
Oh, thank you.
I hear you was merry again last night, Michael.
Mind the own whittle.
Well, you bent master now, so...
No, but I can break your neck.
Sorry, Mr. Henchard. Good afternoon, madam.
Oh, good afternoon. Have you seen my husband?
Hey, beg your pardon, ma'am?
I said good afternoon.
Oh, yeah. Good afternoon, ma'am. I'm very glad to see you, ma'am. We humble workmen here, we feel it a great honour that grand lady such as yourself should look in, take an interest in us. Can you tell me the time, madam? I do not possess a watch.
Oh, it's 4:30.
Thank you. Hour and a half, before we are released from work. Ma'am, we of the lower classes, we know nothing of the gay leisure such as you enjoy.
Good afternoon.
That was very kind of you to say that, madam.
That was a telling of her.
Shut me mouth.
No. But, well, since it's come up, Mr. Joyce, that little seedman shop overlooking the churchyard, it's to let, isn't it?
Surely you don't want it, Mr. Farfrae.
Oh,
It's a poky little place.
It's not for myself, but Henchard.
Henchard? Surely he hasn't got the wherewithal even for a place such as that.
No, but it would be a new beginning for him. A small one, aye, but suitable.
Well, he's not the man he was. Not by any means.
Well, I'd like to get up a private subscription among the members of the council and set him up in it.
Oh, now they can't be.
I'd be willing to put up £50 if the other councillors would put up the other 50 between them. What do you think? Oh, you know them better than I after all your years as town clerk.
Listen, Farfrae. Others see Henchard as you don't.
But if I was to...
Please listen to Mr. Joyce, Donald.
Henchard hates you. Aye, hates you. And it's right that you should know it.
He meant...
No, please listen, Donald. Go on, Mr. Joyce.
I think you should be warned. There's no telling what a man like that might do. He has a foul temper. To my knowledge, he was at the Three Mariners again last night, threatening to, well, saying in public that about you which no man ought to say about another.
But why should he do it? What harm have I done him that he should want to wrong me?
Oh, God alone knows. I wonder you keep him in your employ. I wouldn't put up with it.
But I cannot discharge a man who was once a good friend to me. Yes?
I would rather he wasn't in the yard, Donald.
But how can I forget that when I first came here, it was him that allowed me to get a footing for myself? No! As long as I have a day's work to offer, he shall do it if he chooses. It is not up to me to deny him as little as that.
Well, it's up to you, of course, but I should be careful, that's all. Be careful.
Of what? Take the strain. Lift. Go steady, steady. Don't put too much strain on the rope.
Still the same, eh?
Aye. But are you?
Mr. Jock to see you, ma'am. He's sitting downstairs and
Thank you. What do you want?
John, I heard your husband had been asked to recommend a working partner to a corn merchant out of town.
Oh, this has nothing to do with me. Please see my husband in the office.
Well, I was hoping that you would put a word in for me, Mrs. Farfrae.
I know nothing about such things.
Well, no one could testify to my trustworthiness as well as you could, ma'am. You see, I was in Jersey several years. Potatoes. I knew you there by sight.
Really? I knew nothing of you.
Why, I knew you by sight. Very well. Very well indeed.
I don't think I'm in any position to help.
Michael Henchard is living with me now, ma'am. Living in my home.
I cannot help you.
He's not the man he was. He's not the man who used to go to Jersey.
I can do nothing for you, nothing whatsoever.
Are you sure you wouldn't like to think it over?
Now, please go.
You're a bit hasty, ma'am.
Who's called? Any folk for me?
No. What's the matter?
Hmm? Oh, it's nothing worth talking about.
No, but there is something.
It's Henchard. He hates me. And I cannot find a reason for the intensity of it. Now, we bit of envy, that's understandable. But it's more like old-fashioned rivalry and love than a little bit of rivalry and trade. Can you understand it, Lisette?
No.
I cannot blind myself to the fact that a man of his passion, well, there's no safeguard for his conduct.
What have you heard? Is it?
No, it's nothing as serious as you fancy.
Why do we stay here?
This is where my business is, Lisette.
But we have plenty of money. Why should we stay? Give up the business and let's go away from here.
We'll see. We'll see.
You promise?
I promise. To think about it. You are nervous today, aren't you?
Mr. Joyce, man.
Oh, what brings you here, Mr.
I'm
Joyce?
sorry to drop in without warning, Farfrae. You've heard the bad news.
What happened?
Dr. Chalkfield died this afternoon at 5 o'clock.
Oh, dear. I am sorry. He was a very good mayor and a good friend to the town.
A change from Henchard, and a change for the better. But he's gone to meet his maker.
Aye.
But his family's well provided for. Now we must take all as it is in this life.
True enough.
But I've called to ask you this, quite privately. If you were nominated to succeed him, will you accept the chair?
Be mayor?
Aye. Mayor of Casterbridge, Farfrae.
Oh, no, there are folk whose turn is before mine. I might be thought young and over-pushing.
Oh, not at all. That's why I'm here. Several members wish it. Now, you won't refuse.
We thought of going away from here.
It was only a fancy. No, I wouldn't refuse the honour if it were the wish of a respectable majority of the council.
Then consider yourself elected. We've had older men long enough.
Mayor, eh? What's a mayor?
A Scotch mayor and all.
Oh, he's pushing. Push, push, push it! Ah, that's your true one Scotchman, eh? Bring it through.
It's the snow and the wolves that make him like that. Scotchman.
Wolf. Wolf it is. Coming down on a fold, eh? Only one thing you done about wolves. Cut his damn blasted throats!
Oh, you see, I'm not so big. One of the links will have to be taken out.
Yes, I suppose so. Pardon me, ma'am. 'Tis Mr. Henchard calling.
Oh, no. He won't eat you. Show him in.
Into the dining room.
Not here.
No, please. No.
Show him into the dining room.
His clothes is a bit rough, sir.
Oh, never mind. Show him in. I'll be through shortly. Wonder what he wants. Oh, well, I better not keep him waiting, I suppose. Hmm?
Jane.
Oh, yes. No red rag for the bull, eh? As you can see, this room has not been changed over much.
No. 'Tis very familiar.
Well, was there something you...
So they made you the mayor?
Yes.
You really are in my shoes, eh?
Ah, yes, sometimes it seems...
Congratulations.
Thank you. Would you like to sit down?
In one of my old chairs, eh? Aye.
If there's anything I...
Do you remember that young woman, that young lady a while back I told you about I was going to marry?
Yes, the lady from Jersey, wasn't it?
I told you, if you remember, how she nursed me, eh, when I got sick on our buying trip over there. And, well, one thing led to another. Ah, you know the way of the world.
A man and a maid, aye.
Ah, she was compromised. I don't deny that. Well, then I offered to marry her. Well, I told you that, didn't I? How we was going to be wed.
Why are you telling me
And
this now?
my wife comes back as low from the dead, eh, Parson?
It's getting late,
And
Henchard.
Susan, poor woman, she passes on, which leaves the question of the earlier lady, shall we say.
What became of her?
Oh, how they do go on, eh, the ladies? Oh, you wouldn't believe how bitter and how upset she was when I wrote and told her of Susan's return.
She must have been very disappointed in the circumstances.
Disappointed, eh? I know. Wish you listen to this. Eh?
What have you got there?
It's one of her letters, eh? I want you to listen to
Well,
this. Oh, you just listen to this.
I don't think I really
Should have been flowery sort of art. I quite acquit you of any intention to wrong me. Michael, yet you are the door through which wrong has come to me. The return of your wife has left me with practically no future. I am devoted to you to think it even possible that I can ever be the wife of another man. I love you. Only you.
Yes, it is the way with women.
The way with this woman. Now, just you listen to
Look,
this.
come now, I read.
And each night alone by my fireside, shunned by my acquaintances, I sit and I think about you. And I long for you, my darling. For your strong arms. And your manly grace. And yours forever, Michael. Yours with that quiver. Yours as I was once yours when you first took me in your arms.
Is it quite fair to this young woman, whoever she is, to read her letters to a stranger? They were meant for your eyes alone.
Whoever she is. You wait a bit.
Look, I don't want to know.
I ain't got her name yet, no. Let's Richard Bits first. No, but never mind. I will wait, and I will wait, hoping against hope, that one day all will be well again, and that we two can be as one. Farewell, my darling. You're loving.
But why didn't you marry her when your wife died?
Well, may you ask. Well, the truth is, that when I come forward to do so, she was not the woman for me. She was set on marrying someone else.
Well, the young lady must have had a heart that bore transplanting very readily.
Oh, she had, yes. She had.
If I were you, I would destroy those letters. She's another man's wife, you see.
Aye.
Well, it would injure the woman if it were known, wouldn't it?
Perhaps that's what I want. Have you thought of that?
Oh, come now. Surely you don't.
Well, I could wreck both of them. Her and her husband. I could annihilate them. Couldn't I?
That was the very last thing I wanted to hear.
What does he say?
He's been reading to me a long lot of letters from some woman or other I used to know.
Did he say who it was?
No. Not even he would do that, except he promised me he'd tell me more the next time.
Again? He's coming again?
No. Not if I can help it. But I had to humour him. I had to listen to page upon page of the most utter soft trash that was ever put down in writing paper. It would make a cat laugh, that's it.
Oh, it is nice to see you, my dear. What are you doing?
Taking some tea to my father, Mum.
Oh, yes, I've seen you do it before. You're very kind to him.
Well, if he has some tea, Mum, it holds him off from the inn for an hour or two longer.
What a shame he's fallen so far.
Yes. Things have not gone well for him.
I don't go into the barn so as not to embarrass him.
No, Mum.
But I wish him well, of course.
Thank you.
Well, I was wondering if... Look, would you give him this? It's something left over from the old days, do you understand? Something he's entitled to have. But please, ask him to open it alone. And you won't breathe a word of this, will you?
I'll give it to him, Mrs. Farfrae.
I love my husband dearly, Elizabeth Jane. More than all the world. I want the past to be buried, that's all.
I'll give it to him.
I'm stay on my feet. Tell him to what? Stay on my feet. Oh.
heard your interview with my husband last night and saw the drift of your revenge. The thought of it crushes me. Have pity on a distressed woman.
Oh, don't deceive me. I'll never leave me. I will get you. Trade it for me.
I beg you to return my letters to me. I will be at the ring at the time you leave work tomorrow, just as the sun goes down. If ever tears and pleadings...
Tears and pleadings. Tears and pleadings. I never. Tears and damn blasted. Damn blasted pleadings. Damn blasted pleadings. For that.
The very thought of it crushes me. Have pity on a distressed woman. Michael.
I'd come as you asked.
And the letters.
I don't like to see you looking so ill.
It's all you're doing. I have no other fears. Oh, my happiness would be secure if it wasn't for your threats. Please, Michael, don't break me like
No,
this.
it was only a kind of practical joke now, my reading of the letters. I didn't say your name.
Please give them back to me.
Shush. I don't want to pull you down. Seeing you like this. Here and be, eh? Every scrap of them.
Pardon me, ma'am, can I have a word with you?
do you want? Mr. Jock, isn't it?
That's right, madam. I came to see you, ask you to put a word in for me for your...
Oh, no, I never interfere in business matters.
Only I had a bit of misfortune, ma'am. I lost my position, and a word from you...
No, I cannot.
I think it'd be wise if you did, ma'am.
What do you mean?
As I said before, I knew you by sight in Jersey, ma'am.
No, no.
Listen, Mrs. Farfrae.
My husband, Jock, knows everything about me, and I everything about him. And he's not only mayor, but also magistrate.
But,
So
ma'am,
think what could happen to you if you pester me once more.
And now then, gentlemen, according to the town's records so diligently researched by Mr. Joyce, according to these, His Royal Highness the Prince Consort will be the first royal personage to visit Casterbridge since the days of the third King George. And the king stayed only a few minutes then by candlelight when he stopped to change horses. Now, Prince Albert will not be lingering for very long, but it will be longer than that.
But for how long, Mr. Mayor?
I have the details here, Councillor. They came to me yesterday, which is why I have called this extraordinary council. Prince Albert has graciously decided to spend upward of 30 minutes or so here in Casterbridge. His Royal Highness has graciously consented to receive an address from the Corporation of Casterbridge, which is a renowned centre for husbandry and especially the corn and hay trade. Wishes to express its sense of the great services Prince Albert has rendered to agricultural science and economics. It behoves me as mayor, of course, to greet His Royal Highness.
Good afternoon, gentlemen.
Mr. Henchard, the council is in session, and I am afraid, as you are no longer a
About this here royal visit, I have decided, as former mayor of Casterbridge, and as former magistrate, and as former church warden, and as former benefactor to most of you here, and to one of you in particular, that I would like to join in this reception to our illustrious visitor. 'Tis my wish that I should greet Prince Albert and shake him by the arm. Is that agreed?
It is my duty here, Mr. Henchard, to utter the feeling of the meeting.
Right. That's right.
Well, I hardly see that it would be proper. The council are the council, and as you are no longer one of the body, there would be irregularities in the proceedings. If you were included, why not others?
I particularly wish to assist at this ceremony.
I think I have uttered the feeling of the meeting.
You mean that I am not allowed to take part in it officially?
I'm afraid not. It is out of the question indeed. But you can see the doings are full well such as they are to be, like the rest of the spectators.
I will not be served on by such a paltry crew! I shall welcome His Royal Highness, or nobody shall!
And he goes up to it. 'Tis true, I'd be a very good friend of Prince Albert, him says. Aye, and of his wife.
Mind you, the Queen will be along as well, I expect.
Do you think so?
Of course she won't. What she want to come to a godforsaken hole like this for?
This is a very nice place, Jock. You've been from here, so you don't see it as we do.
Seems to me that folks who come from off a ways rounds this town any road.
What do we mean?
Well, the Scotsman is in charge of the council, and God knows what else.
Quite right. Quite right. Can all look at the toy and mighty.
Oh, I don't know.
Answer this,
Oh,
no.
no.
Answer this. Do we get the same money for a week's work for Farfrae as we used to get from poor old Henchard? True, sir.
No, 'tis a shilling a week less.
6 pints of ale.
That's a Scotchman to the bone.
True enough.
Ah, but we ain't made afeard now, though. We work harder, but it's a quieter life than we Henchard.
I can stand a bit of noise for an extra shilling.
Oh, so could I.
Mind, it was fear what made my poor hair so thin. Henchard used to come bursting out, slamming doors, meddling with your eternal soul and so forth. Well, I'd be a richer man as it is, thank you very much.
And I wager you don't find Farfrae the foot of your bed every morning,
No, nor his wife, worse luck.
Aye, that's a pretty woman. No doubt about it.
Silk and waxwork, that's all.
It'll be quite a sight next to the bedpost. Hey, boy.
That ain't impossible.
Some of you folks would be surprised to learn all there is to learn about Lucetta Farfrae.
Come on, Jock. What are you hinting at?
I'm not hinting. Vince. I'm hinting facts.
Let's have it then. There's all talk.
No, it's not all talk! Letters. Love letters.
Love letters? Then let's hear 'em, good soul.
They're here. See? They're from Lucetta Farfrae, as she now is. To Michael Henchard, as he still is.
Michael Henchard.
Read 'em up, Mr. Charming. Come on, read 'em.
No.
Read 'em, I said.
Come on, read 'em.
Read 'em.
Oh, come on, Jock, read 'em.
My dearest, darling, Michael.
Tasty enough, Father.
Very nice. It was good of you to bring it.
I could see you weren't cooking for yourself. You can't live on beer, Father.
No, I'll not be nagged.
Why don't you shave more often? Oh, I'm sorry, I know I shouldn't.
You mean well. I know you mean well, Elizabeth Jane.
Are you lonely living by yourself?
Are you?
Can't tell how our lives will change. Perhaps they'll change again.
Aye.
Are you going to watch the big event?
Watch it. Just you wait and see.
What do you mean?
I tell you. It's lucky my 21-year oath ran out. Because without a tot of rum in me, I shan't have the strength to carry it out.
Carry what out?
The welcome I am going to give Prince Albert.
Shall we go and see it together?
See it? I have other fish to fry. You see it. 'Twill be worth watching, I promise you that.
I love you. Only you. Always you. Your beloved Lucetta.
Mrs. Farfrae wrote that. How could a woman do it? And now her's gone and married another not in charge.
She holds her nose in the air and she twirls her parasol. She looks as though butter wouldn't melt in her mouth.
Do write a nice letter, though. Aye. Old Henchard. It's got hidden depths.
And if he should find out about it...
Nobody must say a word. Not a word.
No. But this is a good foundation for a skimmity ride.
A skimmity ride? Aye, we went at one of them for a long old time.
What's a skimmity ride?
Do you know what that is?
No, I been from hereabouts. What's a skimmity ride?
We to make... Oh, what do you call it?
Effigies.
Effigies.
Of who?
Of the couple that's offended. The man and the woman.
Henchard and Mrs. Farfrae.
And they be tied to a horse and paraded outside the woman's house with a lot of banging and shouting, yun't it, Charles?
That's it, Nance. But over the farm.
You should see them at the windows. You should see their faces.
It is the funniest thing under the sun, especially if you can get a good artist.
Aye, we all know that be, eh, Nance?
Mr. Hall, the fortune-telling man, except him do Casterbridge.
More him put a curse on you. You'll find a pair of frogs' eggs in your bed table.
No.
Give us the hat, John.
What for?
Gotta have a collection. Gotta get us the best effigies, isn't it?
This will be better than the royal visit, my God, it will.
It's overdue, Mr. Mayor.
Aye.
Watch for the signal. I've got a man on the bridge. He'll run up when he's... Huh? What's this? Oh, no! Hey! Where's the constable? Get him behind the ropes. Dishonor us all. Get back, Henchard! Back!
He's late! Farfrae! Prince Albert, he's late!
I hope the constable keeps an eye on him.
Start playing them. Play.
He's arriving. Stop the band, man!
Welcome to Casterbridge, Your Majesty!
I humbly beg your pardon, Your Highness. An excess of loyalty.
Or an excess of alcohol, Mr. Mayor.
It's very good, Mr. Fall, very good indeed. Tim to the life.
You didn't get that good a sight, Mrs. Farfrae, at the big occasion.
That's her. That's her.
Pretty woman.
Pretty clothes, too. That's what folk worship, fine clothes.
I like to see the trimmings pulled off such Christmas candles.
Oh, well, that's what's due to happen, Mr. Fall.
I don't wish to know about that. Oh, no, oh, no. I don't want to be told. But I can smell it in the air, Charles. As clear as wood smoke.
You're a wonder, Mr. Fall. You are that.
Mr. Farfrae is the innocent party in all this, am I right?
Well.
Then you must send him a note, a business note. Get him out of town on the night it's due.
Well, no, I don't...
Yes, obvious. Hush. I'm telling you.
Yes, Mr. Fall.
Oh, Father, why did you do it?
Were you there, eh? Did you see it?
Yes.
Did you see the way he hit me?
But surely you can't have expected Mr. Farfrae to
He
stand there.
drove me back as if I were a bull breaking into a fence. And I took it like a lamb,
Father.
Oh, he's rubbing salt into my wound. That's what he's a-doing. And he's wearing my gold chain all the time he's a-doing it. A coxcomb!
Well, you gain nothing by talking like this.
You turning against me too, eh?
No, Father, I'm not. Never do that.
care about me, Stilly?
You're my father. My mother is dead.
What if it? I'm not the man I was, I know that.
Listen.
The old world ahead of me is dark. There's nothing to come, so there's nothing to wait for.
We cannot tell what lies ahead, only what has been.
You're a very sensible young woman, daughter. As for me, hey, well, yeah, look at you, eh? I'm strong, aren't I? Hey, I'm very, very strong. Hey, there isn't a man in Casterbridge I couldn't beat with one arm tied behind my back, eh? Right.
That's it then. Time for finishing at long last.
Aye, hey, well, aye. Hurry on home.
Oh, ain't you coming?
No, not for a bit, no. Tell Farfrae I'd like a word with him up in the granary, will you?
Hell, Mr. Farfrae.
You deaf whittle or daft? Do I have to say everything twice over to you?
Why should Mr. Farfrae be at thy beck and call?
Do as I tell her.
No need to get nasty now. I'll do it. I'll do it.
That's into the inch. Better on her a stage.
Now, where's the parasol? Who's got the parasol for me lady?
Oh.
Will you come up here?
Hi, man. I couldn't see you. What's wrong?
Come on up.
I couldn't stay long. I've an urgent message asking me to go out to Weatherbury.
This won't take long.
What does it all mean?
Wait a bit, my lad. You should have thought twice yesterday before you humiliated me in front of that crowd.
Henchard, are you madman?
Here we be, eh? Face to face. Man and man. Your money and your fine wife no longer lift you above me as they did.
Have you been drinking, is that it?
I be as sober as a judge.
Then stop this nonsense, Michael.
Don't you Michael me, my lad! I stood your rivalry which ruined me, and your snubbing which humbled me. But you're hitting at me, you're hustling. No, that's disgraced me, that I will not stand.
You had no business there.
As much as any of you. Watch your forward stripping, you! You tell a man of my age he got no business there!
You insulted royalty, and it was my duty as a chief magistrate to stop you.
Royalty be damned! I'm as loyal as you come to that.
Look, I'm not here to argue, and I cannot stay.
You'll stay.
Wait till you cool down. Wait till you cool, and you'll see things the way I do.
You may be the one to cool first.
What are you proposing?
Here we be in this 4 square lot, eh? To finish out what you began yesterday. Now one of us puts the other over that edge. And the master stays up here.
You've thought of all that.
He can go down afterwards, he can raise the alarm as though there's been an accident. Or he can tell the truth. Now that's his business.
Look, this is ridiculous!
No, I've tied one off. There's the strongest man here, so as not to take advantage of me. Do you understand? Do you understand? Then here's at you. Oh!
Your life is in my hands now.
Then take it! You've wished it long enough!
God is my witness. No man ever loved another as I did you at one time. And now that I come here to kill thee, I cannot hurt thee. Go on. Go on, have me put in charge. Do what you like. I don't care what happens to me.
Farfrae!
I'm afraid it's very serious. Where's her husband?
He's on the road to Weatherbury.
He must be fetched.
He's due back any moment.
Never mind, he may not be hurrying. He'd better be sent for. This is very urgent.
I'll go.
I mean, she's not going to die, is she, Doctor?
It is very serious.
Mr. Farfrae! Farfrae! Mr. Farfrae! Mr. Farfrae! Mr. Farfrae, Mr. Farfrae!
Yes?
Here. You must come back to Casterbridge at once. There's something wrong at your house. Your return is required. I run all the way here on purpose just to tell you.
I have to go to Mellstock.
The matter is more urgent than your business in Mellstock. Your wife is ill. I'll give you the particulars as we go along.
I don't believe you.
Mr. Farfrae! Mr. Farfrae! I know what you think! I know what you think! Believe me, I've come entirely on your wife's account! Farfrae! They want you to come back! She's in danger! Don't mistrust me! Farfrae! I'm a wretched man! But my heart is true to you still!
But you haven't brought him.
He cannot be here for 2 hours. How is she?
Great danger, Father. Poor woman. She was with child. I feel they've killed her.
What are you trying to say?
I must tell you.
Lucetta, you
Yes, I must.
Why are you taking the muffler off that?
Because people can knock as loud as they like now.
She's recovering then, eh?
No. She'll not hear the knocker. She'll never hear another sound on this earth.
Forasmuch as it hath pleased Almighty God of his great mercy to take unto himself the soul of our dear sister here departed, we therefore commit her body to
Elizabeth
the ground,
Jane.
earth to earth,
Father.
ashes to ashes, dust to dust, in sure and certain hope
You don't have to
of
speak.
the resurrection to eternal life through our Lord Jesus Christ, who shall change our bowed body,
You're a comfort to
that
me,
it may be
lass.
like unto his glorious body, according to the mighty working whereby he is able to subdue all things to himself. I heard a voice from heaven saying unto me, Write.
Oh, stay where you are.
Oh, why not let me do it?
Oh, I want to get you your tea. If I'm allowed to. It'll please me.
Well then, I must do as I'm told.
'Tis an honour to have you in the house. Do you like honey, Elizabeth Jane?
Yes, I do.
Well, you might not have.
You're very accomplished, Father.
Why, I do this sort of thing every day. You've left me. Everyone's gone that I... How should I live but by my own hands, eh?
You're lonely, aren't you?
Aye, child. To a degree that you know nothing of. 'Tis my own fault, mind. You're the only one that comes anywhere near me, and well, I don't suppose that'll last.
Why do you say that? I'll come and see you whenever you want me to. I wish that...
What do you wish?
I wish it was possible for me to come and live with you again, Father.
You mean that, eh? You really mean it?
We're both lonely, I think. Sad. Everyone and everything seems against you so, and I know how you must feel.
How can you forgive me all my roughness in days gone by, eh? I treated thee so bad.
I've forgotten it. Don't talk about it.
I've nothing left of my name. I've nothing to give you.
I don't mind being poor. There's no room for me here.
No.
I'll come and see you every day.
You will?
morning, good morning.
Good morning.
Is it Mr. Henchard I'm talking to?
Really? Hey, I'm Henchard.
Remember me?
Oh, you look a bit familiar. I ain't bloated. No.
Well, it was a long time ago. My name is Newson. I shot you.
Newson. What do you want?
Well, that transaction between us some 20 years ago when you sold your wife to me at Waiting Fair.
I was not in my senses.
Well, we were young and thoughtless. However, I've come to mend matters, not to open arguments. Poor Susan is dead, I know that.
Dead and gone.
As you know by now, she was simple enough to think that the sale was binding in some way. Her was as guiltless in that particular as a saint in the clouds.
I know it.
Poor Susan. She was fairly happy with me.
And the child?
Well, your child died. As you know.
Aye. Elizabeth Jane.
Elizabeth Jane. So?
I thought you was drowned.
Well, so did I for a bit. But I got ashore at Newfoundland.
Why not stay dead?
I never returned to this country till a month ago. I had to make inquiries then, didn't I? My heart was full for her.
You left them both with very little to support themselves, eh?
But things have improved with me since then. I thank the Lord. I found out that Susan had come to you and my daughter with her. They told me at Falmouth that poor Susan was dead. But my Elizabeth Jane, where is she? I've come for her.
Elizabeth Jane is dead. Surely you learned that too, eh?
Dead? No, I didn't. Where's she buried?
Beside her mother.
When did she die?
A year ago and more.
Trouble he no longer.
Yes? Are miracles still worked, do you think, Elizabeth Jane?
Miracles?
Well, I'm not a red man. I don't know as much about things as I could wish, but the more I try to learn, the more ignorant I seem.
Well, I don't quite think there are miracles nowadays, like in the Bible.
Messages from heaven, I mean. Stopping you from doing desperate things.
What exactly are you meaning, Father?
Now I like to hear you call me father. I'm not much of a man, Elizabeth Jane, you know, all things considered. And yet...
What is it?
Seems to me that even I be in somebody's hand.
Aye, time narrows down the grief, as you must have found in your own life.
Yes.
It's been a year now since my wife...
I think it was very kind of you and the council, Mr. Farfrae, to help my father with the shop.
My wife, she told me everything before she died, so I thought I owed him something. Do you understand?
No, I didn't. Where's she buried?
Besides her mother. When ships go down at sea, have you ever... well, sometimes sailors get ashore long after folks are supposed to have drowned.
Not this long after.
No, but supposing there was some miracle or other and Newson was to come walking through that door.
Cannot suppose such a thing.
No. If.
No. There's no point in it, Father.
No point at all. Except, would you prefer him to me, Elizabeth Jane?
strange things you say.
Well, you grew up with him after all.
Yes. And he was a happy man, always laughing and amiable.
Ah, no, there you are.
But he was not my father. Though I thought he was. Nothing is the same as a real father.
Are you happy, Elizabeth Jane?
How many times do I have to answer?
Just so long as you are, eh? I'd do anything in the world just to make you that. Oh.
Och, I illuminate secrets. They cast a shadow, a very dark shadow.
Did it hurt very much to
find out about Lucetta and your father.
forgive me?
It did. It did. Oh, but I don't know if you understand such a hard thing, but the way things have been between those two. It's a bitter thing to say, perhaps, but I cannot help feeling I have exchanged a looming misery for a simple sorrow. I'm over it now, over the worst of it, the dead blankness of it.
I'm glad of that. You cannot harbor grief without damage to your soul.
You're a very wise young woman, Miss Henchard.
I'll do it. You stay where you are.
Father, I'm not helpless.
Never mind, never mind. I bought it for you. You seen anything of Farfrae lately?
No.
No?
Except in a manner of speaking. Why are you still so opposed to Mr. Farfrae?
I'm not. No, I'm trying to change. I know I get the devil in me at times. What about him?
Unimportant.
I'm an obstacle here. You both let me out of the way, I'll wager.
Father.
Oh, I know. Now, don't think I don't know. I tell you, I'd rather not face the world. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of it. Lizzie,
Father, why do you work yourself up into such a state?
Things I think sometimes.
What things?
Why do I get these visitations of the devil when I try so hard to keep him away?
You've been so silly.
I don't want to lose you.
Daughter. How can you ever lose me? I'm your daughter. I'm your daughter. O time, who know'st a lenient hand to lay softest on sorrow's wounds, and slowly thence, lulling to sad repose the weary sense, the faint pang stealest unperceived away. On thee I rest my only hope at last, and think, when thou hast dried the bitter tear that flows in vain o'er all my soul held dear, I may look back on many sorrows past, and meet life's peaceful evening with a smile, as some lone bird, at day's departing hour, sings in the sunbeam of the transient shower, forgetful, though its wings are wet the while. Yet how much must that poor heart endure, which hopes from thee, and thee alone, the cure?
Donald?
Oh, Elizabeth, Jane. I've been so blind.
No, not very long, Father. Just a little walk along the Budmouth Road.
Will you be seeing anyone, do you think?
People that pass on the road.
I don't mean to pry. No, of course not.
You mustn't worry about me so much, Father.
I can't help it, child. You're all the world to me now, you know.
Open up this shop as I go through. Father, what is it?
So, you still call me father? Eh?
Still? What do you mean?
Elizabeth Jane, I am going to leave Casterbridge.
Leave Casterbridge? Well, are you going to take me?
I'm going on my own.
Father,
This little shop can be managed by you on your own just as well as by the both of us. I don't care for shops, streets, folk.
it's for living. It's not as good as the old business of yours, but it's better than what you were doing.
I don't care for it. I'd rather get out in the country by myself, out of sight.
All of a sudden.
No. No, it isn't. I can't abide the streets of Casterbridge anymore. I've had my fill of them. I came here with nothing but my basket and my A-knife, and, well, that's how I want to go.
You can't.
I'll follow my own ways. And then you can follow yours.
Oh. Then it is because of me.
No. No, it's because of me. Me, myself, is what I want.
It's because of me. You don't like me to see Mr. Farfrae, do you?
I approve of everything you do, Elizabeth.
But you don't want me to marry him, do you?
Has it gone as far as that, eh?
I thought it possible that one day he and I didn't know how much you disapproved of the step.
I approve of everything you do, Izzy. And of everything you want to do. And if I did not approve, it would be no matter.
Make me very unhappy.
My presence here might make things awkward in the future. It's best I go.
There'd be no awkwardness. You exaggerate these things. Mr. Farfrae has no enmity towards you. He wants to be your friend.
'Tis not because of that.
No, but it is, and it's so... Oh, Father. Stop and think about what you're doing. How will you live? Where will you live?
I used to be a travelling hairdresser, and that is what I should be again. Running a seed shop is not the sort of life for a man like me.
Then I shall never know where you are. If you're not be able to come to my wedding.
I don't want to see it. I don't want to.
Father!
But I shall always be thinking of you. I shall always do that. And you think of me sometimes in your future life. You do that, you see? You think of me when you're living as the wife of the foremost man in the town.
Don't.
And don't let my sins, when you know them all, don't let them cause you to forget how much I loved you, Elizabeth Jane.
It's because of Donald. You're going because of Donald.
No.
It must be.
Oh, listen. I don't... I do not forbid you to marry him. You'll come to see why I want to go away. You'll understand. And the only thing I want you to do is not to forget me when I...
What, Father?
When I go away.
How can I forget you? My father. Going out just like this.
Just for the best, Elizabeth Jane. God bless you.
Elizabeth Jane, I sent for you because...
My father, he's...
Do you know then, Elizabeth?
No, I don't know or understand anything. My father has left.
Henchard has gone?
Just half an hour ago. Donald, I'm sure it's because of us. He's gone away and I don't know where.
Oh, no, Elizabeth.
It grieves me, Donald. I wouldn't want to hurt him, so I don't know what to do.
Look, don't fret, Elizabeth.
Fret? How can you say that? Don't you realize what I've been saying? He's taken his old tool basket and gone away.
Perhaps he has a reason.
Us? The reason is us?
Oh, no, Elizabeth.
I don't understand how you can be so calm.
Elizabeth, there's someone I want you to
Don't.
meet. Someone very special.
Donald, I don't want to meet anyone at a time like this.
Aye, 'tis me, my lovely lass. Elizabeth Jane.
Well, it seems he's done it all voluntarily, and I gather from Elizabeth he's been rather nice with her.
So you think he got wind of it?
Oh, aye.
Perhaps it's for the best, eh?
Oh, it is. I was rather uneasy at first when you came to me from the Three Mariners, but, everything is as it should be, and I don't think we'll have any trouble from Henchard.
That's very much as I thought. I didn't know what to do for the best, you see. I lay awake last night in that inn, staring up at the ceiling, thinking and thinking.
Oh, no, you did the right thing by coming to me first,
I said to myself, 100 times, 'tis no use trying to get a peep at her unknown to herself, or going to Mr. Henchard.
Poor man.
Elizabeth, come and sit down and stop staring out into the dark.
I wonder what he's doing. I wonder where he's gone.
In all of it, you see, I didn't want harm to fall to nobody. That was not my intention. So when I heard that you two was like to marry...
Oh, no, you did the right thing.
I didn't want to drive poor old Henchard away. Oh, sir, not me. I've already in my lifetime been an intruder into his family, quite as far as politeness can be expected to put up with. But what did the young woman say herself about it?
Elizabeth!
Come and hearken to what we've been talking about, me child, not mind staring out the windows if you didn't hear.
What if he didn't know?
Then why should he go so suddenly, my dear?
What if he didn't?
Oh, no, I was in Casterbridge, you mean?
No, Father. If he didn't know that I wasn't really his daughter, if my mother hadn't told him that his own child had died...
I know that child. I told him so myself. And I'll wager Susan did too before she died. It's obvious she did.
You told him?
But I made up my mind not to say anything about it. I didn't want to hurt the man's name. Well, now he's gone. I suppose I'd better tell you how Henchard put me off the scent that time.
What time?
What a time I come to Casterbridge. 10 months ago. I'd heard the name Henchard at some place. I forget where, about his being mayor, and I'd come down and down. So I made my way to his lodgings, and I called on him one morning. Oh, rascal! He said Elizabeth Jane had died years ago.
He said...
He was dead and buried, child.
But that's terrible.
It never crossed my mind that the man was selling me a packet. And if you'll believe me, I was that upset that I went back to the coach that had brought me, and I took passage onward without being in the town half an hour. It was a good joke, and well carried out, I'll give him that.
Joke? Oh, no.
Oh, I didn't mean any real harm.
But he kept me from you, Father, all these months when you might have been here.
Yes, I know, but I mean...
No buts about it. He ought not to have done it.
We're not the same flesh and blood at all. He knew that every time he kissed me. Oh, it was horrible. Everything. And to deny me the truth.
Oh, try not to get too upset. It's all over and done.
It's horrible. Oh, he made me promise never to forget him, but oh, I wish I could.
Now, 'twas not 10 words that he said after all. And how could he know I should be such a simpleton as to believe him? 'Twas as much my fault as his, poor fellow.
He deliberately deceived you, and he cheated me. He knew your disposition. You're always so trusting, Father. I've heard my mother say it hundreds of times. He did it to wrong you.
It's not a very pretty tale, Captain Newson.
Well, I don't say as it is. When he was caught on the up, he probably said the first thing that's come into his head. If he's come down in the world as much as they say, then you was all he got, Elizabeth. Now, be fair now.
I wasn't his to have. Oh, never forgive him now.
You won't have to, my darling. He'll never be seen here again. He knows what he's done.
To hell with you.
Look, Michael, we still got to go a couple of miles.
About here. There was. It was about here.
Was you what?
Didn't this used to be the Fairfield?
Aye, but that's in August.
This was the Fairfield, though.
Aye.
Oh, if I were a free man again, eh? I challenge all England in the further business. Hey, if I were a free man again, I'd be worth £1,000. What are you all laughing at?
Stop making a fool of yourself, Mike. Sit down or else I'll stand up alongside thee.
Hey, what about it, folks? What about it? Now, this woman here... Stand up here, see if I can. This woman here, she ain't no good to me. Hello, lava. Any jack rag-a-tongue straw among you buy my goods, eh? What do I offer?
5 shillings.
No insults now. No call for that. Serious. Serious offers if you please. How anybody buyer? Anybody at all? Anybody? Anybody at all?
Huh? What you say?
I said, will anybody buyer? Anybody at all?
Are you?
Why?
This is what a seller does, and I do too.
Yes, I've been through there. I treat a bit, you know. In a bad patch. But this day labouring will do. Have to wait.
But you've been by there, you say?
How long back?
Oh, let's see now. I was in Casterbridge about a month, five weeks ago, aye.
Anything moving in the old place?
Same as elsewhere, I should think. People working, people dying. 21 farmers cider.
Nope.
Mind if I have it?
Nope.
Crazy, don't it?
I heard of Mr. Farfrae, the mayor, the last year's mayor, that is. He's getting married. Do you know whether that's true or not?
Who, Farfrae?
Big corner name man. Scotch.
They don't get everywhere, though.
Is he, do you know?
You know you come to say. I think there is something going on in that line. A wedding.
When, you know?
No, I bet that interest to be right.
You say you don't know? Are you sure?
Well, I just said so.
Where are you going? Oh! What about your pay? Stay here a minute.
Sing your heart out, little one. For her, eh? For a wedding day.
Your father seems to be enjoying himself.
Oh, he always does. That's how I always used to remember him, always laughing and smiling.
I wish they'd all go.
Always nearly last. That's me, I'm afraid, Mr. Farfrae.
We're very glad you enjoyed yourself, my wife and I.
Good luck to you. Good luck to you both.
Thank you.
Everybody in Casterbridge is happy about today, Mr. Farfrae.
What is it, my dear?
No. It's nothing important. I wanted in the kitchens, that's all. Excuse me, Mr. Joyce.
There's not a soul in the place that doesn't wish you every happiness. And for me personally, it's been a day of great joy.
Mr. Henchard.
What? Elizabeth Jean. Mr. Henchard. Don't scourge me like that. Save a little room in your heart for me.
Could have loved you always. But how can I when you so bitterly deceive me?
I know I did,
You
but
allowed
can't
me to live in ignorance of the truth for years. And then when my real father came along, you sent him away with a wicked story about my death. How do you expect me to greet you? How can you? How can you?
Don't upset yourself on account of me. It was wrong of me to come. But 'tis only this once, so try to forgive it. I'll never trouble you again. Not till my dying day. Good night, Elizabeth Jane. Goodbye.
Father!
Under the shrubs by the window, ma'am.
Oh, the poor little thing. Well, what was it doing there?
It seems that farmer's man left it, ma'am, on your wedding day, so it's been there a month.
What farmer's man?
You remember? The farmer's man that came to your wedding.
Give it me.
'Tis all. But it's been dead a long time, ma'am.
Give it to me, please.
Yes, ma'am.
What have you there?
We must find him. We must.
Are you sure this is the right way?
The road mender said so. It is our only clue.
If we weren't so far from Casterbridge, I'd say that was Whittled. He's just like him.
Aye. It might be. He's not been in the yard these 3 weeks without any word from him at all.
It is him.
Aye. Hey, man! What's all? What's he doing here?
Do you think
feel suddenly afraid.
We'll see. We'll see. Something's going on for sure.
You wouldn't think anyone lived here.
Aye, not for 100 years. Abel, what are you doing here?
Sir, you see, him was rough to eye, but I was kind to my mother when her was...
Let us in, Whittle.
Mr. Henchard, sir, he don't want that. He don't want to be seen, sir.
Then he is here. Oh, I'm so... Oh, Abel, please, we've come to make it up with him. Make sure he's comfortable. Abel, what is it? What's happened?
You better come and see him, man.
How long?
Just gone, sir. About half an hour ago by the sun, sir.
How? Why here?
I seen him go down the street on the night of your wedding, sir. And I thought him looked low. Very low. Stumbling, you see. So I followed him. He seed me and he shouts, "Get back, go on." But I kept on behind him. Well, it was bad.
Poor soul.
He shouted to the eye a few more times, then didn't bother. And I kept on behind him all night. And then, in the blue of the morning, before it was hardly day, I could see as he was wambling about, hardly drag himself along. I got him to come on to this here empty house. It didn't got worse. Wouldn't eat. No. No appetite at all.
You should have fetched us.
Wouldn't have wanted that. Was too proud for that.
Him didn't let me. No, not him. But him got weaker and weaker. One of the people over the hill's gone to get a man to measure him.
Oh, my dear God. Such a waste, poor man, to come to this.
He gave I this, sir, a bit before he died. Some of what he wrote down. But I can't read writing, so I don't know what it is.
What's it say?
Michael Henchard's will. That Elizabeth Jane Farfrae be not told of my death, or made to grieve on account of me, and that I be not buried in consecrated ground, and that no sexton be asked to toll the bell, and that nobody is wished to see my dead body, and that no mourners walk behind me at my funeral, and that no flowers be planted on my grave, and that no man remember me. To this I put my name, Michael Henchard.
It's dying. Such bitterness.
If only I hadn't been so unkind to him at our last parting and There's no altering it. So it must be.